I meant like
Never mind.
No.
Let's do this.
Look,
I meant
ladies
like
and
let's do
gentlemen.
this.
No, I meant never mind. But go, y'all go ahead.
Gentlemen, let's cook some meth. In this era of the economy, meth is probably the only thing that will probably sustain us at this stage. So,
No, it wouldn't.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Drugs of any form will sustain us. It's just that it's going out of style, Chris. Now it's fentanyl.
Yeah, exactly.
DJ Sue, guys, Southern Maryland says otherwise. Let's be real.
No,
What are you talking about?
no,
Southern Maryland
no.
says, "Fuck yeah." What are you
No.
talking about?
No, first of all,
Eastern
first of
Shore
all-
Maryland says
No,
otherwise.
first of all, the both of you two Negroes, y'all need to understand. If we're gonna do this, we would have to change the game. We would have to get the fent, if you will, and we got to make it red and call it Red Run.
Ooh.
You know what I? You
Margaret,
know,
if you will.
Stop it. We're not doing it. You mean to tell me we got
This is my favorite type of red. This is my favorite
you mean
type
to
of
tell me
red.
people to get that and turn it red and just call it maca?
Let me get that maga red. I want it in freedom yellow.
I don't want to. I do not want to be a fly on the wall at the DEA hearing. Yeah, there's still more peddlings of the of that red MAGA out
What
there.
are you talking about? I'm gonna be staring. I'm gonna be staring at fucking Cash Patel's bright eyes the whole time.
Hey, Kurt Ayers, I already
He's the
feel
one
like
smoking it.
I already feel
As
like
he's
that's
interrogating me.
I already feel like that's a nickname anyway, Ayers. Red MAGA. I already feel like that's a variant of a
If the
drug
wire-
that's already out.
If the wire was still going, yes, I would believe you.
Season 2 Redux instead of the shipyards. It's meth guys. So.
Come on, we had
No,
pandemic. Got that pandemic.
That was the
Ayers,
height. That was the height.
Ayers,
that was
Ayers,
the
I'm
height
sorry.
of the Iraq War, sir.
I want to join both of you, but y'all both talk like niggas that don't do shit.
I really don't. It's fair.
I am only
Ayers, here's
Sir,
me.
I am only
Ayers, real
referencing-
quick. Here's me right here. Guys, you embarrassed me in front of the stoners.
I am only referencing. I'm only referencing the background noise of the wire. Okay,
I'm just
somebody was loud enough that the mic picked it up.
Don't like that, guys. The drug dealers are looking at me. You're making me look bad.
The difference is I'm not going to sit there and be like a narc. Hey, fellow guys, can I
Hey
buy some
guys,
drugs?
how's the weed?
Thank you. It's like this guy's an op. Get the hell out of here.
If I was a real narc,
No.
if I was a real narc,
White people would do this. They would walk up to a drug dealer. Hey, how's it going? Barely work. Hardly work. We're gonna be, white people, man. They'll be carefree with this shit. Hey, how's it hanging?
But
Is
yeah,
the batch good today?
ladies and gentlemen,
let's
we're
get
talking
into this.
about season 2 of Breaking Bad. Like, click, subscribe, follow us on all the social medias, and getting into this. I think it's amazing how season 2 really escalated. What happens when both of your lives collide in the worst ways possible?
Like in the beginning of
there was a lot of collisions.
Oh yes.
There's a lot of collisions on the ground.
That's
and
the
in
word of the
air.
season: collision.
On the ground and in the air. Who knew that this
Planes blowing up?
Who knew that this season would be the closest thing to 9/11, and at the same time,
Before 6/7, it was 7:37.
Well, as you see a burning doll inside the pool.
We're through the looking glass here, people.
Bro, the fact that we start off season 2 with a burnt doll in the pool. And for all of 13 episodes, we kept getting these little snippets of flash forwards, if you will, because and every time it reveals something, we're just going, yo, what happened at Walt's house?
And my dumb ass, like God, man, that was a good episode. Let me see, 737 grilled, bit by a Buy it, Debbie, down, breakage, peekaboo, Negro, Iazoo, Better Call Saul.
Let me tell you something. So not
Hold on, but
Better Call Saul.
but here's the thing, though, Harris. Over Mandela, Phoenix, ABQ. Why would they say A? I don't know, but that looked like a pattern. And then when you saw the plane,
so not to bury the lead here. So not to bury the lead here. Jesse in the series finds himself in a love, has a relationship with one Jane Margolis. Jane ends up ODing, and her dad gets very grief stricken. Now, as a parent does, that's your pride and joy, right? When you're in grief, there's a reason why you take bereavement leave. There's a reason why you,
Lord.
yeah, like there's a reason why you take time when you have death in the family, because you're not going to be in the right headspace working. This man is working as an air traffic controller. Your daughter died from an overdose. You should not be doing this job.
Sir, he was fine until he had to read a trigger word. The first word being Jane, and everything else after that was white noise.
Bro, it was the Vietnam beep.
The double
Q
the double amount of sweat. That's just
Can you imagine? Look.
that forehead sweat was something else.
Somewhere Duffy is like, so DEI is the reason for the 737 crashing, you see.
Yo, how about when the news was reporting on it, and which, yes, you look at it now, it definitely looks dated. Like it looks dated. It looks dated.
Oh my
but even
God,
by TV standards, it looks dated.
Hey,
But
AMC money can only go so far.
When they showed Jane's father's picture, it looked more like a mugshot.
That man looked like he was distressed. Like he looked like he just finished jerking off in the bathroom and got caught in the middle of
It's like, why would they use this picture?
which is wild because he's a white man, and normally society gives us the best picture of a white man whenever a tragedy happens.
This is varsity, his high school varsity photo.
Yeah, something. It was like, nah. They gave him that, like, I just jerked off in the bathroom and got caught.
That's a dude. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry about but let's just get that joke out the way. Yes, when I saw it, Eric.
Look, I can see their parachutes. They're okay.
I had to make the joke.
No,
I'm mad that my head went right to that. I was like, I can't even laugh.
I mean, to be fair, the doll did land in the water, so it got a parachute.
I mean,
no, actually, that's what I did that. That's what I saw in my head. Look, I can see their.
New Mexico is very like spread out, so that makes sense for everything.
For me, it was the eyeball from that doll.
The smoking eyeball.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was probably the most unscathed part of that doll was the eyeball because it was separated from it.
I think it was the fact that, like, when you see one of the big things that came from that crash, though, which is interesting, and it's a very subtle thing, is that you have Gus, Saul, and a couple of other people wearing like the ribbon to commemorate that incident and stuff. It's a very subtle thing that you don't pay attention to. But when I saw fucking Gus with it, I was like, oh damn, Gus even okay.
Yeah, man, it was a
and not to mention that Hank also mentioned again, given this our 9/11 connection, he said that this had to have been like the shittiest week since 9/11.
I mean, look.
But hey, look. He's
fair,
in New Mexico.
I'm like,
man.
we are 7 years removed, might I add.
Here's me though. Hey, Hank. By New Mexico standards, this is the most exciting week of your life.
Meanwhile, we had a
I don't know
real
why
life.
the fuck you complaining.
What I do like is that Hank, season 2, Hank is just like season 1. He's still comically racist.
I mean, come on. Come on, let's be real.
Notice all that went away by the time we got to season 4.
Hey, I just love how Hank did the most white guy thing ever when he killed Tuco. It was just the most, I got this racist beaner over here. The most like, yo.
First of all, the locked in look.
Thank you.
With that Glock.
First off, hey, look, there's gonna be a lot of this going on with me tonight, but I have to say it. That was the most locked in white man killing a brown person I ever seen in my life. That man was like, yo.
I gotta, you know what? Okay, let's go ahead and break this down. Number one,
I'm Jesse James,
with episode 1. Episode 1 of this picks right up where season 1 ended. Yo, Tuco, yes, thank you. Tuco beating the brakes off of No-Do.
I'm sorry. I see that. Look. Gotta be real, man. Like, I'm sorry. That's a man. Look, same guy that brought to you by the same guy that said, "Do you like your shit getting pushed in?" That's a guy that I don't want to be around. I don't.
Chris, the neck veins.
The neck veins. That's enough. Like, I don't.
The neck veins when he was.
I also do have this suspicion,
and that was a skinnier Raymond Cruz.
Thank you.
I have this suspicion though with Raymond Cruz, the way we see him in these movies, we see him as aggressive. I'm pretty sure every Mexican's like, this corny ass nigga.
Which is wild because in other movies,
I will point out one thing that separates the Tuco in Breaking Bad versus when you see him in Better Call Saul.
Mm-hmm.
Raymond Cruz, even Raymond himself said that his wife hates his Tuco character.
I mean, it's the most
because she's like, number one, that ain't you at all.
Of course it ain't.
You know what I'm saying? Number one, that ain't you at all. Number two,
Raymond in interviews is the nicest person ever.
That's the coolest, chillest guy that you would ever talk.
He approaches her in costume. He approaches her character. Hey, what's up, girl? First off, nigga, you ain't gonna sit here. You know what my name is. My name ain't girl, bitch, none of that. You know what my name is. Raymond, you know what my name is. You know that's exactly how that works. She can't stand it.
Hold on, D. And then she stops him midway and take the boxing glove necklace off.
He's
like, "Aw,
come on,
so
baby,
sad."
I like that. I like that though. I got keep,
but no, he beats the bejesus out of No-Do's. And how do you like the fact that he comes back?
He did No-Do's. Whoop!
Throws the body down.
I'm sorry, Eric.
It's like, do something. Like, you're smart. You're a scientist. Do the thing.
Eric.
What's wrong with him?
He's like, what's his name? No-Do's.
Well, that was a load of shit.
I'm sorry. You're the scientist doing the science thing. I think that's the Trump administration in a nutshell right now. Like, you're a scientist.
You're a scientist? Make it work. Use your DEI. Use your DEI magic.
He said, do the thing.
Use your DEI magic on it.
RFK, do something.
Bro,
well, what we could do is piss on it and then drink the urine that we use on it.
He said, breathe into his mouth. Walt, hey, look, no, they don't teach that no more. That doesn't work.
Tuco's too stupid not to pick up on the sarcasm on that one.
Tuco's stupid.
He even tried to get Jesse to do it. I like how Walt's like, nah.
Don't do that shit.
He's gone. He's done. He's done.
So
that's a good way to start off the season, to be fair.
So he's like, I guess we're done here. We get more of Better Call Saul. What would now become Better Call Saul, Tuco, when he just walks up to him. I always believe that Tuco not yelling is several times more terrifying than him being loud and belligerent.
Yeah, because it's
focused anger Tuco.
It's the equivalent of your parents.
That is a
you,
DLC character I'm not ready for.
It's the equivalent of your parents giving you that stern sort of like, I'm gonna beat your ass, but not yelling, I'm gonna beat your ass, where it puts the fear of God in you, where you're like, I'm not doing that again. So you take you take an already intense guy and he's saying something very subtle. That's definitely like 10 times more scary.
Just very simple. You're done.
Yeah.
And that's it. Just you're done. Dude, by saying those 2 words led Walt and especially Jesse to freak out for the next 40 minutes of this episode.
And then turn around and says, "You're coming with me."
All because Tuco's mess literally has spilled over into AB, was it AB, like the like Albuquerque Police Department, because when he sends Gonzo out to get rid of the body, and what we find out what happens later is hilarious, because people are under the assumption that, oh my god, he had Gonzo killed too.
I mean, like, and the thing of it is like when Tuco kidnaps him, right? Because he basically tells him, "Hey, you're coming with me. You're gonna be my meth cookers down in Mexico because we get the fuck up out of here.
And I'm gonna hook you up with a super lab."
Which, if you're Jesse and Walt, they both look at each other like, shit.
Man, I gotta do something this weekend, man.
Thank you. I'm supposed to go to the store this weekend.
I mean, especially once he got both of their wallets and looked through them like, Heisenberg, Walter Hartwell White. You know what? I like working with family men. Gives a lot of collateral.
Which is wild because around this time, though, Skylar is getting suspicious because when Walt goes missing, it's the fact that fucking what's his face's wife is like, well, maybe Walt has a double life, and she is alluding to the fact that maybe he has like another family or something. I'm like, I mean, that's a weird leap in logic, but I can see how you can leap in that.
Walter is the perfect.
He's the perfect husband.
No, not the perfect husband. No, it's like, no, think about it. He's to himself. He's about to die. Note how every time note how every time Marie brings up anything about Walter, it's all like, well, he's about to be in the upper room.
It's like that's not helping Skylar anymore.
She does that.
I have to
every time she's on there. I love it actually.
I have to say for the record, I have to say that Skylar, just looking at all 5 seasons overall, is probably the most overhated supporting character, and I believe that all that hate that Skylar gets is misplaced. You need to be directing that to Marie.
Marie is a perfect lightning rod for. Do you hate ditzy women?
Yes.
Do you hate women that don't think at all? Do you hate women that got opinions about shit and you like, bitch, what do you even do for a living?
Get out my face.
And do you hate women that say all that shit just to do the most hypocritical bullshit in the world? In this case, having kleptomania.
I was just going to out. I was
for you dumb nigga.
I was just about to say, and on top of that, of all the things, she's a kleptomaniac.
Again. I mean, hey, you know the worst part? The worst part for me is, and I'm not even trying to jump the gun where it comes out, you know, oh my God, you steal. It's just more of like, I really don't understand why you're even a character in this show, to be really honest with you. Because
she's Hank's foil, I guess. I don't
know. Hank comes in you. That's the reason you're here. I don't understand.
No, hold on. To be fair, she plays docile wife very well to Hank, to be fair. So it does make sense why they're married, because he's the working man and she's the docile housewife.
She ain't a housewife.
No, she ain't a housewife. She got a job.
Ain't she like a real estate agent or some bullshit?
No,
this is what I'm talking about.
No. Marie actually works at a clinic.
No, but I'm saying though, but she plays the docile wife role essentially.
Yeah.
Like
In
Hank
other
is-
words, Hank, Hank, are you okay? Because if you die, that means I gotta actually work. I actually got to do something. I got to get. I have to have responsibilities.
She gets
Lord knows we can't have that.
She gets his pension and life insurance from the FBI. So
DEA, sir.
DEA, sir.
Either
DEA,
way,
sir. No, come on, get your agencies right.
They're all alphabet. They're all white. They all hate black people. Come on, it's all white people.
Habibi firebombing got a missile tuck. If them robbers come through, then I guarantee they give it up. Lifestyle huge, this basic bitch, she in the.
Ooh, I was not ready for that.
Just saying.
Ah, God, I was not
Just
ready.
saying. Just saying. There's no lies here.
Ooh.
Hey, you see Hank? Hank is prime number one. Come on.
No,
Does Hank look like a guy that's BLM? Not really.
Nope. I need another reminder.
All right, Vince, hit him in the head, right between the eyes.
What you saw was the live interaction of Hank putting a bullet in Tuco's head.
Actually, that was Hank. That's in Hank's spank bank. Oh man. Black guy getting shot in the face for no reason.
Speaking of which, Tuco's uncle Hector.
Yeah, this is our first appearance of Hector Salamanca.
It fucks me up a little bit because I know the actor. It is it's funny when you look back at like Better Call Saul and we get the flashbacks to like the 80s and even the early 2000s, and he's walking around and it's whatever. It throws you off a little bit. Just the dynamics of his relationship with Tuco and the rest of that family, including Gus as well. It's like,
Well, you also get flashbacks of him in Breaking Bad from Gus's point of view.
Yeah, from Gus's point of view, because it's just that whole their whole interaction and their relationship is very fun to watch because it's like Gus does not like his ass at all.
And you especially find out why in
it's understandable.
Better Call Saul, yeah.
Oh, it's totally understandable. It's like, yeah, Hector, you kind of earned that.
Like you found out how Hector became Mr. Ding.
Which I ain't gonna lie, the first time I saw Hector in that wheelchair doing that, I was like, he's gonna be a problem.
That's gonna be a problem.
No, he's right. Because the second I saw that oxygen tank, I saw that tight. I was like, what the fuck?
Walt?
No, have you ever played a video game? I know all of us played a video game, and we go into one room and we see like the monster, and we go, what fresh hell is this?
Yo.
I swear, because all the stakes are there. They're kidnapped at this point. I'm thinking, how are they going to duck the FBI? And Tuco leaves them with this nigga, and I'm like, what is going on now?
Here's the kicker.
And I was telling myself, he gonna survive for the next 2 seasons. There's going to be background with this nigga in there. I knew it.
I knew he was trouble. As soon as Walt and I
Damn
knew
you, Gilligan.
when Walt said, "I'm gonna put the ricin inside, the tacos and stuff," right? I sat back. I remember seeing the episode, and I remember sitting back like, "This shit ain't gonna work because y'all underestimated this old man in the fucking chair and him overhearing this plan." And as soon as he kept being a ding, 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 I'm like, "Oh boy, here we go."
It was dumber than that, Chris. See, prior to that, you almost took him out right there on the spot when you were emptying out your pockets and everything, and he sees the blue meth, and he's like, "Yeah, you gotta try it." He's like, "It'll really knock you out, man. Like it's something else." Jesse being Jesse, it's got a secret ingredient. What secret ingredient? Chili powder.
Let me tell you something.
My man's like, I hate chili powder. No, I'm good. When he pulled out the other reserved,
I was like, "Jesse, you dumb motherfucker." I was like, "You dummy."
I was like, Jesse, why? Even Walt had to tell him, many times I gotta tell you how idiotic it is for you to mention chili powder and meth?
Well, that's why his parents don't let him back in the house to get his stuff. You deserve that.
You bet your sweet Bippy I did.
Like how his parents was like, yeah, you ain't coming back in this house, bro. We just saw your meth lab. You're lucky we didn't call the cops. Get the fuck out.
Can I say something? I was with Vince. You should have killed Jesse off. Should have killed Jesse off. But he didn't. And Jesse, from this point on, the second his parents kicked him out that house, in Dee's eyes, I said to myself, he just became a hero to all of these ain't shit, white shit, Gen X, millennial, living in your parents' basement, listen to Juggalo talk and AAVE. Never seen a black person in your life.
Well, this is New Mexico, so we got to add in the
artist.
The artist.
No. Technically, no. He wouldn't see another black person until season 3, when Tyrus shows up.
God damn, you're right.
Well, then Jesse looks like
that's
he
what I'm saying. But, and I really mean this, and I say that, and I only say you should have killed off Jesse to me because I think it would have been a better show without Jesse's whole baggage. To be honest with you, and I only say that objectively, and I'm not saying that that's something they should have did, but I agree with Vince. You had a window, and he wanted to pull the cord.
I'll be honest.
I think and I'll be real. As much as I wanted him to pull that cord, I'm actually glad he did it. So I'll be real.
I will take it a step further and say that Vince had a window almost every season.
You're actually right. You're actually very right with that.
There was a window almost every season of this show that Jesse could have been killed.
I mean, but I think it's also too. It was the start of sort of seeing Jesse's character arc because, like, him being with Jane kind of changed his demeanor on a lot of stuff.
He became super sympathetic from that point on in the show.
But also, it kind of
despite him being a pure fuck up.
No.
Notice how the fans never backed away from Jesse.
Wait a minute. You guys are missing something. Before, see, everybody says, "Oh, it's like him and Jane." That's true. There was actually and Vince with the subtleties. The first subtle sign was in the episode Peekaboo.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, when Jesse, like, you could tell Jesse was one of those kids that liked insects. When he sees the bug on the ground, he's picking it up, touching it, messing with it, and he's like just admiring,
Yeah, most kids that get on meth were bug kids.
Yeah, but then when he goes to handle it, if you will, taking the advice of Walt, because Walt telling him, "I want you to handle it," giving him back his gun. He finds out who the smackheads were that robbed Skinny Pete, and as soon as he gets in the house, number one, they're not there. Number two, he finds this little kid sitting in this. First of all, the fact that I want to say they have squatters' rights or something, because how did they even have access to that house?
Squatters' rights, and even then, I think it was just a trap house.
That had to be. But in any case, this little kid is watching an infomercial on knives, and even Jesse's like, "Look, you want to watch something other than this? I mean, Mr. Rogers or something." When he's turning the channel, and the only thing on was that.
And I like when I see shit like that, it makes you go, see, you have to make Jesse a little bit sympathetic, and you have to do shit
this
like
was
that.
His first sign of him being sympathetic.
Yeah, and I get it.
He loves kids,
but it goes back to the one thing I don't like about Jesse. It's the people that love Jesse in this show. It's like, I bet you saw your daddy. Like, yeah, that one time my dad came over and made us pancakes. Remember that? Your dad is a fucking crackhead. That
But
Like I feel that so many people, especially white folk, and I say that as a joke because we know that this is where D gets to be bougie because I lived through the fucking crack era, because their homes are broken up and their fathers are not there.
That's
But
what
that-
Come on. You see how the manosphere is. All their dads got on meth in the 2000s.
I mean, but I think this is also something else too.
Good luck, crackers.
Like we talk about this as being where to start. We see Jesse's trajectory. This is also where we see, Walt is going down a very, very sinister rabbit hole because
we keep talking about this with Walt. Walt already signed up. Look, we keep on forgetting. Yes, there's a bald head, but he put conditioner over the top part of his head. He been had the M sign on his forehead. All right, he been using concealer his whole life. He been part of Team Majin.
Majin Walter White.
Hey, you know what the moment was?
He been Majin his whole life. He just been putting concealer on him.
You know man, he went full Vegeta. I killed half the stadium. you know when he went that way, he sat there and watched Jane asphyxiate herself, choke.
Okay,
sat there.
First off, I disagree. But this is one of the. I didn't know because I don't think this was Heisenberg, evil Walter, whatever you want. I believe this was, and you can hate me, people. Opportunity. That nigga was like, I'm gonna kill that. Oh my goodness, she about to die like Jimi Hendrix. She about to die like Jimi Hendrix.
Difference is, she didn't make Purple Haze. So
no, like this. No, this is like this. I'm just gonna back up. Let you finish that.
All I'm saying is, if I can go back in time, I would save Jimi Hendrix.
I wouldn't save. Be honest with you, I wouldn't save Jessica Jones. I mean, she deserved one more season, but I wouldn't save her.
Look, but that was like I remember seeing it the first time though. There was a tragic, like, oh shit, like damn.
It was
You want to know something really messed up? Seeing that was already messed up. In the original script, Walt was going to blatantly kill her.
Yeah, I heard. That
would have been too much.
Not only would that have been too, and it's true.
Way too much.
See, hold on. We are going. What they're asking for is some season finale, season 4 action.
Yeah,
and we're like, we're just getting neck deep into season 2. So now we're a little early for that. So instead of just having him watch her die was already one thing. Now I'm with you, D, when you said that, I wouldn't have saved her. Here's the thing.
I had to get my hands dirty.
No. It's not even that. It's worse. See, Jane, you technically would still be living and breathing and going back to rehab, I suppose. If you'd have just not did one thing. And I understand because you haven't had that much interaction with Walter, so it makes sense. When you said, and I quote, you know what? I take that back. This is blackmail. Here's your death warrant. I need you to sign that for me, please. And I'll notify your next of kin. Because
Eris, I got you. Like, I got you. Look, I got you.
No way.
Because
I think I mean
no, but it's true. See, first of all, you already got on Walt's bad side. You already on you already got your first name on his kill list because you called his house. You were talking to his wife. Like you're posing.
That's my thing.
Only you're posing as somebody else.
He was moving way too fast.
You're posing yourself as a former student that's looking for a recommendation just so you can get a hold of him,
bro.
He picks up the phone, and then you're trying. Hold on, and then you're trying to speak for Jesse. Bear
I
in
mean,
mind,
yeah.
bear in
My-
mind, y'all have gone out for, I would say, probably the better part of a month. Okay.
And we're forgetting about this. If you're Walter, bitch, we put a dead body in a tub together.
Well, Jesse did that.
But no. But still, the whole thing, you weren't there for that.
No, I killed somebody. Walt, I took somebody out with phosphate gas.
Kill and then melted the body with acid.
No, that was his plan. Jesse screwed it up, remember?
True, but still, this is
We didn't get the proper use of the hydrofolic acid yet until many episodes later.
I mean, look, you're talking about
I'm
Walt.
mad there was that acid had a character.
It does.
It had a character arc.
I just think it's funny that Walt was moving so sloppy in the sense that, okay, you're following all your drug money through a website of unknown donors.
Okay, first of all, that was not his idea.
His son's idea, but I'm just saying, using his son's website, an idea to funnel the money.
He never wanted to do that to begin with. That was all Saul's idea of getting some Russian guy to take over random people's computers and use them as zombies to funnel Walt's money.
Which makes sense. I mean, that's the only way you can follow the money and stuff. But
I mean, Walt is somebody who purposefully puts himself in between a rock and a hard place. Basically. Because number one, all right, Saul Goodman's first appearance. Badger gets busted by probably the youngest DEA agent that they've
it's like what are you it's like, what are you, 14? Jesus.
Dude, look, that I swear when he first walks in the room, he's like, dude, did you just hold up? You came out of the academy fresh out of the womb.
Right?
He's like, hey, like, all right, get out of. He's like, all right, get out of here. Get yourself a juice box. Take a nap.
I was just about to say the juice box shit.
I love the juice box.
Get your juice box. Get a juice box. Take a nap.
So he talks to him and he's like, all right, the first thing that you're gonna do is he said, you're gonna get on the phone, call your mom, your dad, your priest, or whoever it is, and they're gonna they're gonna send me a check. No, I want a cash. I want a money order, not a cashier's check. Making a money order of $4,660, and you're gonna send it over here to to this location. I use it for tax purposes, and I'm like, so this is just the first part of just acquiring your services. Okay, fine. And even with everything which was happening, where Walt had to go inside and talk with Saul. And when he found out that, oh, wait a minute, he's really about to take a deal with the DEA. All right, we got to do something about this. Like, I don't want nothing. Like, look, if you want to spring your nephew, let him take the deal. No, $10,000. How about that? The fact that he had the door open and immediately shut the door. Which, by the way, Chris, you and I, we watched the show. Yeah. We are already seeing, which he did say, hey, you know what? My real name is actually McGill, So, I was like, hey, this is Jimmy talking. But then Saul quickly took over for a hot second when he closed the door. And he's like, are you are you asking me what I think you're asking me? I'm like, wow, Jimmy actually hopped in for a second and legit turned down 10 grand. Mm-hmm. Of course, they took him out to the desert. And D, that scene. That scene when they took Saul out to the desert in the middle of the night?
Oh, shit. What, in Better Call Saul?
No, in Breaking Bad. It actually does cross over with a future episode of Better Call Saul.
I'm sorry, I was not listening. Oh, my bad.
Jesus Christ. Anyway,
Jesus Christ, go, nigga. Damn.
The part in particular, and why this part is so important now, is number one, when when Saul looks out at the hole in the ground and he's like, "Oh my God, no. Chris, when he says it was Ignacio, it was him. Like, he's the one you want. I'm like, oh, this is where this was the first mention of Nacho. And then when he said Lalo didn't send you, Lalo, like who? I'm like, yo, we get two names from a future show that hasn't even been mentioned. Both Nacho and Lalo Salamanca.
Yeah, the whole family does get to mention in the nod.
I mean, it's the full circleness when you go back and watch this episode now.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about that.
So, dude, you gotta think, instead of just shanking Badger.
So let me get this straight, Eris. When I said Better Call Saul and you said no, you automatically cut off me knowing what the fuck you were saying about what I said. That
No. I said the full circleness of what happened here.
I did it. Cool. We good. Keep going. We fine. We good.
Anyway.
I love you, brother. I love you, nigga.
Anyway. No, but think about it. You're really trying to overcomplicate this plan by trying to make him not take the deal, but somebody's got to go to prison. So you have to go and spend all this money to not only keep one of your workers out of prison, but to send someone else to prison, to take his place.
I mean, why not?
That little no. See, Chris, you say why not? You got to think about it. This is the first of one of your workers to get busted. This ain't the last time this is going to happen.
Look, sometimes you got to pull a Marlo and be like, hey, you got to take one for the team.
See, if they just did that for the first time, if they just did that and let Badger just go up the creek, if you will.
I didn't look. First off, anybody in Jesse's orbit, I don't like anyway.
I mean, look. Let's be fair.
You are very fair.
Badger has got it over his face.
Here's the thing.
Helicopter.
But let's be real here.
But no, you know what Badger is?
Get on the scale, son. All right. Get off the scale.
That's who he is.
Hey, here's a reason.
More than combo.
But I think here's the thing.
Combos, just all of them.
It's less about it's less about whether we can trust Jesse's judgment and friends, and it more so highlights the problem in the fact that, like, okay, this is what emphasizes it. Gus and Walt meet, right?
Yes.
And Gus literally sits there and says, "Okay, I'll take your meth, but I don't trust your partner."
I believe the line in particular was, "I don't think we are alike at all, Mr. White. You are not a cautious man at all. Your partner was late and he was high." Yes, he's high often, isn't he? Yes, you have very poor judgment. And he ends it with, "You can never trust a junkie."
Yeah, especially somebody that's doing heroin with his girlfriend who is relapsing.
Hey, listen, man.
I bet that whole chicken place don't even smell like chicken.
Hey, listen.
That's how clean that bitch is.
Listen, he's a dastardly man, but he makes a point.
Yes, he does. You can't trust crackheads. Actually, that's no for real. No, this is like
see Don Jr.
This is what it. See Don himself. This is
Pete Hesketh.
Dude, he's a drunk. That's different. He's a frat.
Nope,
he's a frat boy drunk. That's different.
And I'm putting him out there. See Cash Patel.
Well, no.
I can't prove it. I can't prove it.
RFK Jr. did coke off the seat of a fucking stall. So yeah,
Chris, RFK did coke off of the foreskin of a bear. Okay,
look, I'm sorry. Any guy that swims the Potomac River, you already done crack in your life.
Of a live bear.
That man swam in the Potomac River. I know you done crack. All
well,
right?
The water's just fine. I have this thing crawling over. I have this hand crawling on me, but it's okay.
Rock fucking crack.
There are body parts of niggas that told Rayful, man, look, I'm sorry I'm late. There's so many of them in that water.
So he's given, and I think the key word was the fact that he had 38 pounds. 38 pounds of blue meth. It's like, all right, fine. You're going to get $1.2 million for that. And you got to bring it to this drop location in 1 hour.
Dun, dun, dun.
Boy,
Yeah.
Walt.
Yeah.
You want to know how bad it is that Walt had to legit miss the birth of his daughter
Let me tell you something.
in order to make half of a $1.2 million.
You got to understand, Harris. It's the NBA playoffs, and it's game 6. The kids are all right.
Let's be real.
No.
We need to win this game tonight.
No, D,
I ain't trying to go. Chris, I ain't trying to play in Denver in game 7.
No,
nigga.
this is the problem. This is the problem. When half of your team is hurt and it's game 6.
That's what I'm saying.
Half the team being Jesse.
Look.
I gotta carry this by myself.
Like I said, I ain't trying to play game 7 in Denver. And Joker wants that game. Look, we gotta take him out tonight, dog.
Look, all I'm saying is
Baby gonna be fine.
There are certain things.
Push, Skylar. This ain't your first one.
There are certain things that your wife, she'll be mad, but she'll let go. But one of those things, and I'm not, D could probably speak for this.
Don't look at me. Don't bring D into this.
All I'm saying is,
don't bring me into this. I wish I had a fucking
no.
Hey, baby, I gotta pee while she's in labor. I wish.
That's what I was about to say. The one thing that you do not want to do is miss the birth of your kid. Jesus better be coming down from heaven and ran you over with a car if you don't be there for the birth of your kid.
Now, a nigga that had 3 sons, you only need to be there for the first one. I'm just gonna look, got fellas. I'm just gonna keep it real. If you have multiple kids,
on the couch after this, right?
No, shut the fuck up. Shut up, nigga. If you have multiple kids, I'm telling you just straight up. If you like, it's my second kid, I missed the birth. Don't feel bad, nigga. I'm just gonna be real. Be there for the first one. You have to be.
Yeah.
Like the second one, like, it's my third kid and I missed it. And like
this is a visual.
As a nigga that been there for all, I say this because I didn't get to see my second son being born because my wife got a C-section and you know, I was voted out.
Like a survivor.
Now this is a visual representation of all of the 8 men that took D's advice just now.
Jackson, he's got a gun.
Gentlemen, I'm just gonna say this.
No risk, no reward.
I just say,
well, hold on though, D. You might be on to something.
Look, you gotta break a couple eggs to make a good ass omelet, nigga. That's all I'm gonna say.
I gotta be real. To be fair though, you're right, D. This is the birth of his second kid, and Walt Jr. He did see the birth of Walt Jr., so you might have something there. You might.
But hang on. Stop, no, time out. No. I gotta.
I just gotta say this. And I'm not even going to say a joke because I have a joke and I realize it's going to get us canceled, and I'm shutting the fuck up.
I'm saying time. The reason why I'm saying time out is because number one, sir, you haven't even been given an additional 2 years to live yet.
Okay, yeah. So yeah,
remember, you are still battling lung cancer. Inoperable, remember?
Oh yeah, and also you just sold the biggest lie ever. I was in a daze and got stung by a bee, and I was walking naked through a grocery store.
Isolated, transiented, global something.
All right, first off,
Skylar
Walt was in the. Oh my God, Walt.
Skylar was looking at him like this, like, all right, nigga.
First off, Chris, my man was in the. Oh shit, wrong one. All right, there we go. So anyway, he was over here.
For the love of God, dude.
To be fair, I watched Malcolm. To be fair, this is the first time because I watched plenty of Malcolm in the Middle, and that's not the first time we've seen bare ass Bryan Cranston.
You know what?
This
Bryan
is also
Cranston.
true.
Bryan Cranston has showed us his ass way more than I thought we would. And to be, you know what? I give you this, Mr. Cranston. I never saw full Starfish. Thank you. Thank you. I can give you that.
He's in that echelon with Will Ferrell where he is not afraid to be naked and just that's his body. He's just like, this is all you get. You ain't getting no 8-pack, you're getting a stomach, the dad bod. That's what you get.
Chris, I have nothing.
I really got nothing.
Oh my God. Like,
at least he was in the listen, at least he was in the frozen section when he got to that point. The man could cool off.
I will say this.
I'm sorry, man. My ass is in the grocery store. I'm getting a frozen pizza and I just see a naked white guy. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Angie.
Suddenly I do not want Tombstone.
I don't want this Tombstone. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey yo, dog. Do you mind getting the
Tombstone, DiGiorno's? It's all gotta go.
No. It's like this, Harris. Hey, bro. You mind getting that Stouffer's for me? The one by your penis. Thank you.
I'm just saying. Pause.
Hey,
try to get this frozen over here.
It's like this. I'm trying to get those hot pockets right there, but your penis is in the way. I just want you to thank you, sir. Thank you for giving it to me.
The green giant broccoli ain't gonna pick itself for you.
Ho. Hey, you know what? How you doing, sir? I don't know what the rest you're going through right now, but I'll try to get those stir-fried vegetables down there. No, not the Swanson one. The other, thank you, dumb. Thank you.
That man he sold that lie, and I love Skylar being the wife that she is. Like, yeah, all right, nigga, cool.
But what led up to him selling that lie was when he had to sit in for that psychiatric evaluation, and he's thinking, "Oh, I'm probably just gonna be in for this one session," and of course the psychiatrist is like, "No, dude, I need to make sure that what happened is is a non-recurring thing. We could be in here days, weeks, possibly months." He goes, "Look, so everything is, is client privilege, is what you're saying, right?" It's like, yeah, and you can't reveal anything that's being discussed in this room to no one else, not to my family, nobody. No, I can't say anything to nobody. Everything that you share with me is strictly between us, and only unless it's only unless you if you tell me that you're going to kill somebody, then in which I have to report that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Look, there was no fugue state. All right, I had to get out of there. Okay, I understand, but why run away? Why leave? The breakdown that Walt gives, even the psychiatrist had to look at him and go, "You know what? Fair." A man said that my wife is pregnant with a child that we did not intend. I have a son that has cerebral palsy. I am extremely overqualified in a job that I don't like. My peers have surpassed me in every way, shape, or form that you can imagine. And then suddenly, when I think that my life couldn't get any worse, I get slapped with an inoperable lung cancer, and I don't even smoke. And you ask me, why did I run?
Walter Jr. Why you say fuck me for?
Dude, the fact that he sold that to the psychiatrist, and even the psychiatrist
hey, so look, this is what I'm gonna do for you, cuz.
he goes, all right,
so check this shit out. This is what I'm gonna try to hook you up. I'm gonna see. Look, like there's somebody gets you. Nah, I'm gonna get you situated. When somebody say I'm gonna get you situated, you already know you good.
Yep.
Nah, I'm gonna get you situated, bro. I got you. I'm gonna get you up out of here. Don't worry. You might have to sit for an hour, but you're gonna be all right.
I mean, because think about it. You know, he couldn't tell the real story that he just happened to be almost in the middle of a gunfight between his brother-in-law and Tuco in that moment. Remember, he hitched a ride. He hitched a ride with a bunch of Mexicans, went God knows where, and ended up at a convenience store butt naked.
I just like the fact that these niggas immediately started running in the desert.
That's two dudes that did not know what the fuck they were doing.
As soon as the gunfight started, because I was thinking like, so Walt, do you have a plan? And the second he saw Hank,
the jig is up. Run, wastebasket, run!
Thank you.
That was them.
That's exactly what that was. Jesse got a tap on his shoulder. Let's roll. Let's just go.
Just run opposite direction.
Where's the door?
I mean, just.
Well, like you know what? I'm thinking, and I was so mad when he killed Tuco for one reason. Great. Now we ain't never going to hear the end of this shit. You know what I mean? We ain't never going to hear the end of this shit. And then come in this swinging dick. Yo, boy.
Yes.
Now, when I say I wasn't prepared to see this, then to see this. When I say I was not ready, Hank going through this little transformation, because this whole season is about transformation. Mm-hmm. Everybody is going through some type of tragedy or some type of event. Skylar goes through two, pushing out a baby and then going, maybe I should fuck my boss.
Well, by the way, she finds out
that didn't happen till later.
Yeah,
but
that
it was
was
like
season 3 when that happened.
No, but you remember
it was like this. It was this era. It was like that was cute. Yeah.
Remember this during this season though, she finds out that man has been dodging paying the IRS, like tax evasion, basically.
Mm-hmm. We get to that part first.
That part, I forgot about that part. Yeah.
Now, bear in mind, she's keeping that as leverage.
She was like books.
Yeah, she's cooking his books because it's more or less leverage. Because it's like, all right, I know you cooking the books. I know you not. You know what? I'm gonna keep this in my back pocket because I know this could be used.
This right, these little occurrences, gentlemen, is what the overall theme. Well, no, sorry, is what brings in the title of Breaking Bad, and that right there was Skylar's moment where she broke bad. Mm-hmm. You are willingly cooking books.
I mean, that's how later on, you know, when her and Walt start working together, she knows how to maneuver through.
Yeah, but she had broke bad a long time ago.
I know that, but I'm just saying that helped in, you know.
Yeah,
I gotta be real with you. Because of that, I forgot that she was cooking books, and when it got to the famous scene when it got to the storage jump, I just gotta be real. I know I'm jumping ahead seasons here, but the fact that they didn't immediately started fucking on top of that money shows me that they were under more stress than any of us could imagine.
Honestly,
because that time, like, let's go. So just bend over on top of it real quick. We don't need a lot of time with this.
At that point, dude, that was just a marriage, just in name only.
Mm-hmm. At that point, because Skylar was, because that's the sick point. It was only there by glue. The glue of love was the only thing that was there. And like I said, by the time you get to the last young, she had that cigarette in the mouth. You got 15 seconds, nigga. Hurry it up. So that was the last bit of love. Like, see you, Walter.
So I just wanted to mention, gentlemen, that when you see that being stuck out there in the middle of the countryside of the desert, if you will, Jesse comes back and he thinks that by getting all of the meth stuff out of the basement of his house, that everything would be cool. The cops wouldn't be looking for him. And then he finds out that, oh, his parents actually went to his house. Dude, there was so much stuff that was happening when these two were stuck with Tuco that, that his parents went to the house and they saw the lab and they kicked him out. And dude, you want to talk about going through rock bottom phases here. Jesse's rock bottom was he got so desperate to try to find work, try to get any kind of money. He went back to his old bandmates' house. At this point, they had already moved on in life, got wife and kids and stuff, and he tried to crash. Dude, as soon as the wife came in and saw Jesse, she was like, "Yeah, honey, I need you over here in the bedroom. We got to talk."
Jesse is that friend. And that's why I said Jesse became one of the most relatable people in the show. Yeah, man, that's how my friend's wife treats me. I can tell. The second she saw, oh, Jesse. What I tell you about bringing that motherfucker over here?
My man comes out with the most blatant stone-faced lie of, man, you're gonna kill me. Yeah, I totally forgot. We got the in-laws coming this weekend. They're crashing.
Here's my thing. Do you know how hard it is to tell for a married man to say, "Hey, look, man, my wife being a bitch"? It's hard for us to even say that because sometimes even us like, "Look, bro, I love you. My kid's here, man." Thank you, Chris.
And
look, nigga, I can't right now. Not today.
Today. You trying to reminisce on old post high school days of us trying to get the band together. You over here, man.
Again! You fucking idiots!
You over here trying to mention like you mentioned like 2 or 3 other guys in the band. I don't even know where they are.
I don't know none of these people. What the hell, man?
Like I remember when we were playing music, but I don't know where any of these dudes are. Have you?
Shit, man, yo, if this was the old days. Yeah, now, well, the thing about the old days, they the old days.
That's the first thing in my head.
So when he goes off,
and remember I was playing quarterback, man. When I was playing quarterback in high school.
So again, he goes through the rock bottom because he gets pulled in by the DEA and they snatched his emergency money that he had in that bag. $63,000 gone. Just taken away and put in the evidence room. And at that point, he only had but a few bucks to his name. So he takes the lab in the van and in the freaking minivan, and they go into the he had to take into Clovis, Badger's cousin's his storage or whatever, right? A man had to break into his place just to get back into the van. Dude fell through a porta potty covered in blue.
This was some of them. Eris, this was some of the most white people crackhead activity. Meth had I was like, this is some Midwest bullshit right here. That's what I was like.
Turned into Jackass TV show.
I hated the whole, Jesse basically ducking the feds and everybody in his life that wants to snitch on him just for him to fall in love with his landlord.
And next thing you know, boom, we're doing heroin.
Who was like, "Hey, I got a question. You ever do Sherm, nigga?" "What, bitch?"
And then the fact that you
just don't, that's white culture to me. That's white culture to me. Black people, "Hey man, you smoke weed? Yeah, cool, blah blah blah, woo 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 woo." It ain't just, "Hey nigga."
You trying to get, first of all, you trying to get
you ever fuck with heroin before, nigga?
Number
Today,
one,
your lucky day.
when he was
I'm
trying
sorry,
to get,
Wayne.
he was trying to get his money from Walt, and
Walt
even with,
fucking stonewalling them the whole time.
well, no, he did slide him like $600, and
And now I gotta turn my back on
It's
you.
like, nigga, I got kids.
$600. By the way, $600 in 2008, 2009
A
money.
lot. Well, you know, in
It's
these
something.
in Bush recession times, yeah, that's something for sure.
And yeah, burying the money. Of course, that didn't come till way later. But we get so first of all,
We had to
when he tried,
evolve.
like when he tried to sell, I remember he got the van back and then he busted it out of Clovis's place. He's like, "Look, man, I need it," because dude really needed a break. So they had to do one last sell. First of all, you're gonna roll up to Walt's house in the drug van. That's stupid move number one. Stupid move number two, you roll up to pick up Walt at the airport in the drug van. Which brought on, I would say, probably everybody's favorite moment from season 2 was Walt and Jesse cooking in the van out in the middle of nowhere again. What a day or two that was, where these two were cooking meth in the middle of nowhere, and because Jesse left the keys in the ignition, burned out the battery, he tried to jump start it, and one good pull of that ripcord caused it to blow up. This is some Simpsons writing right here.
It's like everything bad that could happen possibly happened.
Sir, when the thing exploded and Walt tries to come out with the extinguisher and Jesse just takes like the jug of water, I'm like, dude, you just emptied out your entire set of water, your whole jug of water for you to survive out here. You just emptied it. I was with Walt. Well done, Jesse. Well done.
Congratulations. Kudos, sir. Kudos.
Then we get more of Walt's genius. He comes up with an idea to make a battery, or at least one cell of a battery with enough current to jumpstart the van again.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, Walt, as Tuco said in episode 1, do something.
You're smart. You're a scientist.
And we see him do some MacGyver shit, which made sense.
I mean, and the fact that it worked was amazing. And that's seeing that stuff is what I know a lot of people love Breaking Bad for, is you get to see stuff like this that may or may not even work in real life.
I mean, no, I think it does work.
Well, some things I know when Vince mentioned the whole process of how they make the crystal meth in the show, they had to give it a realistic look without being obvious that this is like a legit manual that actual drug.
Well, I mean, it's like, you have to think about it like this: when you have movies and television shows, they have to kind of ride that thin line of, like, when you hear about, oh, here's how to make explosives, you need fertilizer and blah 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 blah, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you have to have a goal, you have to have a measure of like 95% of it is the truth, and then you have to flub the other 5% to not like toe the line of giving people a manual on how to do the shit. And it's like,
yeah, because
it's kind of like
when you go too real, you want to talk about a formula for getting the show canceled.
Well, I mean, it's like we talk about The Wire and stuff, and you get those episodes where they're packaging up all the heroin, and like your favorite lines, fresh off the bowstring, fresh off the boat. But then like that episode where it was like, hey, it's pure, we can step on it 5 times, and then people be like, what do they mean step on it? Oh, it means they can mix it in with other chemicals, whether it's rat poison, whether it's
basically
cut it with like Armor Hammer and baking soda, or they cut it with caffeine, shit like that to kind of give it a kick, kind of stuff, and things like that. But again, those shows don't show it. They just give you an idea of it. They just don't do it. Because even when you look at Get Rich or Die Trying, when the guy's telling them how to make crack, and it's like, hey, first you put the crack in, and then and it's like, I think there's more stages to this, but sure.
It's like you're showing the steps. You're showing the steps 1, 5, 7, 8, then 9.
Some poor son of a bitch is like, I know how to make meth, and it's like, you
No, you
skipped
don't.
like 8 steps here. I think you just made glass. I don't think this is meth.
Shards of glass.
I'm about to
Not
say
even
it's probably not even glass.
It's like plastic.
Yeah, it's like, you know, it's like, I don't think this is a sound that should be made out of
Make
this.
glass without putting it inside of a kiln. Like, what are we doing?
It's like, hey man, you want to shoot up this heroin? What's it made out of? I think it's what was it? Caffeine and sugar, and yeah, I don't think sugar is in heroin.
Pick up a piece of it. Like, is this acrylic? This ain't even glass.
Did you go to Hobby Lobby to bag this up? God damn, like fuck.
Don't look.
Did you put red dye in this? What are we doing here?
Well, you know, it was 5 for 10 at Hobby Lobby. It was great. It's worth it.
Bro, but no, them making the battery and getting back just in time. Even I was like, hey, Walt, I know you think that, you know, just because Skylar is tall and blonde, that she might be a quarter stupid.
She wasn't born yesterday, buddy. You married a smart one. You married a
Well,
smart one.
Number one, you already
he keep on trying to run that red light.
He really does, because when he told you're going to tell your wife, I'm actually thinking about going to see my mom. And when she turns to look at you and hit you with the, really? Well, I mean, I haven't told her that I got cancer, and, you know, I should see her just to make sure that, you know, if I am gone, that, you know, you'll get something.
Look, man.
You think that being gone for 4 days, that your wife ain't gonna call you?
No, but see, here's the thing, too.
Seem like white folk ain't never had a bright idea in their life.
Here's the thing that's wild. And that's why I laughed at. I remember, again, when I think back when I watched this series the first time, this moment was fucking hilarious. But it was one of those was obvious. Of course, this is the most Walt shit ever. This man is about to go into surgery and he's under anesthesia. And when he mentioned the second phone, I was like, you dumb motherfucker. Of course.
No.
And it was like the most, of course.
It was the wife that was like, did you bring your phone? And he goes, which one?
Yeah. Yeah. And then
That's
when
earth-shattering moment. That earth-shattering realization. Go ahead.
And that's when Skylar was like, oh, he didn't go to his mom, and what's this? Yeah, I'm out.
So when we get to Gretchen, the part where she happens to call and she thanks her so much for paying Walt's medical bills and, you know, for paying for his treatment. And she's like, yeah, that no problem. Hey, you know what? How about we meet this afternoon? Walt making it hot. Runs in, sees
As
Gretchen.
he always does.
No, when the moment Gretchen sees him, she is ready to hightail it out of that room. She ran out of that house with the quickness. He's like, hey, why don't we get together, you know, sometime later, right? These two sit down and have a conversation, and this is when we get more into Walt's insecurities, if you will, as to why he is who he is. My man really felt some type of way about Gretchen. That first he says, listen, I'm sorry I got you involved. Like, okay, you didn't just get me and Elliot involved. You got us involved in a lie. And you're not even trying to tell me why you did this. Especially when we have offered to pay your treatment. An offer that is still standing, by the way.
Still standing.
I swear, I have never been so like
Eris. if I ever make it in life like that, you know I'll be the first nigga to look at you. Do you need some money, man?
By the way,
Howard.
If you told me, D, I'll take a turkey sandwich, I will buy you the biggest and juiciest turkey sandwich that day. I'm just saying.
You turn into Avon. I'm like, hey, look, man, I need like $10,000 to get this gym together. 10 G's, that's all you meant. Hey, Slim, go in the back and get this man 15 stacks.
I swear.
The funniest thing I heard Gen Z ever do, some dude ran like, yeah, man. So like, yeah, that's right, nigga. Like, give me all your shit, man. Let's go. Take all your shit, get butt naked. Just say you broke, nigga. I fell. Ow. Why you robbing niggas? Just say you broke. I'm like, yo,
no,
fearless. I love it.
But you actually do get into the mind of Walt and how he really feels. My man really had the nerve to sit here and say, you and Elliot cut me out. You left. What are you talking about? He's like, you know that company is just as much as mine as it is yours. I'm like, okay, Walt. And I'm like, well, yeah, Walt, you started the company. It's not like they cut you out and said that, it's not like the company grew into being worth billions of dollars and they just said, nah, it don't matter how many times you come back. We ain't never letting you back in or how many times you ask.
I just like how Walt lives in the same world that we do, seeing Steve Jobs and Bill Gates live the dream that other people built for them. And you have an opportunity to say, I'm a CEO as well. You have an opportunity to be that person. And this is the thing that we probably won't really get until probably like season 4 of where it's like, you know what, guys? I get it. That's why he's like that. Because this pride makes no sense to me.
I mean, it really
no sense to me. And I'm still thinking ahead of time of what happens in the series. I'm like, it still don't make no sense, Walt. Yeah. Like, and I get it. Like, you know what, Eris? I think it is this. Once you break bad, it's it. That's it. I think once you say, I am a heel, I think you have to live it at that point. Because everything you do will not make sense. Notice, you know how we all say here, and how everybody sits here and always say that Skylar's wrong or she's a bitch or whatever. But when you really look at how when Walt shows that side of him, how everybody reacts to it, like, Walt, are you high? Like, what?
I mean, let's be real.
Are you serious?
In internet chat regarding,
and even when it hits Skylar's like, oh my God, my husband's a drug dealer. Holy shit.
I mean, let's be real. Like, the internet chat regarding Skylar was always weird to me. Huh? And it was really season 2 where it started when I saw it, because it was kind of like everybody was making it seem as though Skylar was the worst person ever. I'm like, no, she's not the worst. She's reacting like a normal person, because like she's reacting to all the shady shit that Walt's doing. She like this is self-inflicted on Walt's end, and of course she's like, why is she like that? It was just weird the way people were really making her think like she was the bad guy, and it's like, no, like she was fine. Like,
and my thing is this: with the whole thing with Gretchen is this though. Is it really? But Aaron, so this is my question to you, since we're on the show. Do you really think, is it because they never became? Is it because that she's with somebody else?
So, all right. So
is it that? Is it really that at the end of the day?
No. It's not even that. Number one, Gretchen is Walt's former college chemistry assistant. And not only that, let's just be real. These two dated. Okay, as if it couldn't be any more obvious. They dated previously, and all three of them started the company together of Gray Matter. And during that time, it says right here, I just had to look it up, that during their relationship, Gretchen took Walt to visit her parents over a weekend. Soon afterwards, Walt suddenly left all his research and sold his ownership stake in Gray Matter.
forgot you told me this offline. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So Gretchen married Elliot. Gray Matter became so successful that their company was worth over $2.16 billion by the time of the show. Gretchen and Elliot became very wealthy, leaving Walt extremely bitter about their success.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said to you offline, when she took him to meet her parents, Walt, in the middle of that weekend, became so insecure and so inadequate that he could not live up to her standard because she came from money. Okay, she can't, like, she has a rich family, and because he felt he couldn't measure up, he chose to just leave the relationship, leave the company, leave everything.
Fair.
Not really. It's stupid.
I don't know about fair.
I'm saying fair in the sense of like, what's the brace? The fuck? Like,
no,
all right.
I mean, dog,
no.
You broke. It's all good.
I'm like, dude, for one
I
thing,
hate saying it like that. Oh my God, you a brokey, but you cute though.
And that may be true, but guess what? She ain't judging you.
That part.
She ain't judging you. Dude, you just showed, as we saw in a flashback episode in season 3, you two clearly has something going on while y'all were assistants. You came up with Gray Matter right there in a flashback.
Mm-hmm.
Again, his pride and ego, I swear, he can't get out of his own way.
Well, as I'm not to jump
And
ahead,
you know,
not to jump ahead here, but that moment me and you Sue talk about with Mike basically laying it all out the wall. Like you're right.
And which that's a great segue, Chris, because this season introduced us to Mike.
The cleaner with the most clean Bonneville. Well, it's not Bonneville, but
that's not a Bonneville.
Do y'all know? And would y'all like to know some interesting lore into anyone that's listening to this episode who doesn't know by now the lore behind Mike?
Let's go. Say it.
Sorry. Excuse me. Number one, this episode when he first appears, he was only meant to just be in this one episode and never come back.
I mean, that's the vibe that I got when I first saw
this whole show is we only got you for 2 episodes.
But the problem was that Bob Odenkirk was busy. I guess it was like a scheduling conflict because that episode when Mike goes to Jesse's apartment and like clean out all the drugs and get Jane's and clean everything out and make sure he tells Jesse what to tell the cops and everything. All of that was supposed to be Saul. Saul was going to go to Jesse's apartment and do so. Just imagine looking at this whole scene and everything that Mike is doing is what Saul was supposed to be doing.
Sadly, both work.
They do.
I think that they both sound like they work. Yeah, I'm glad they went with Mike because it facilitates the character of Saul better. Yep. But I think it would have been a funny thing. Click, click, click. Listen to me. When you do this, da, 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 da. I think it would have been kind of funny, but it was the right move. It was the right move at the end of the day.
It was a brilliant move because not only did you introduce us to a character that who would soon become a super fan favorite, and pretty much you're in like god tier level of fan favorites by the time we get to Better Call Saul. Because we get even more backstory on Mike's character there. Even. Yeah, it's this was a great introduction to him. Because I like when he tells Jesse what to say. He says, "All right, you know what to say. I woke up, I found her. That's all I know. I need you to repeat that." When he slapped Jesse,
I was just going to say he slapped the shit.
I wanted to believe that slap was improvised because he really had that look like he ain't getting
Nah. Aaron Paul looks like one of those actors. Slap. Oh my fucking! He went off script again. Did you see that? Right? Yeah. Oh fuck you, dude. Like Aaron seems like one of those dudes like professional, but the second you take up his time, it's like, dude, what are you doing? To read your line. He seems like one of those guys. Like I feel that Aaron has small patience. That's why he likes. That's why he likes working with Brian.
Yeah.
That's why he likes working with Brian, brother. Oh man, Brian's a professional. I love this guy.
Oh my god. So yes, I would say season 2 was definitely scene setting, but no, sorry, I didn't want to bring it all home just yet. I did want to go back to a character that we mentioned earlier, our boy Turtle, Tortuga, if you will. Going back,
Let me tell you something.
there is Danny Trejo.
Let me tell you something. That whole sequence of him, his head on the tortoise, that was a wild moment because in any normal circumstances, right? The head on the tortoise would have been like, ah, shit, he got killed. Case closed, right?
No,
but the fact that they went a step further and was like, oh no, if you get people got killed.
Dude, you stuffed a turtle with explosives.
It happened the first time the first time I seen this, I was like, what? And Angie was like, there was a bomb, and I was like, that's stupid. Go back. What?
Joy said Ola DEA. I'm like,
Ola DEA on the side of that. You know what? Here's the funny thing. It makes me think of the many different things the cartel has done.
Very inventive.
Did you have there had to be like a couple of seagulls flying over the border with a head wrap? Like they're like these diabolical motherfuckers.
I mean, number one, it's already been hinted at early on in the season, because I believe Hank mentioned, he said, yeah, the last thing we need is the mess that's going down in Juarez making its way up here. God already knows what's happening over on that side of the border. When Hank, number one, when he killed Tuco, gave his report and everything, being as calm as a cucumber about it, he gets in the elevator and we see the very first sign of Hank having the worst case of PTSD.
I mean, look. See, here's the thing.
I gotta be real. I'm sorry. He's a pig and he's having PTSD. D has no. I have no sympathy for you.
I'll take it a step further. A guy who is supposed to be this tough dude that sees a head on a tortoise and he gets queasy first off, and it so already it's like that kind of took you down 2 notches in front of your fellow DEA guys.
But here's what doesn't make sense though, Chris. Remember with No Dose and Gonzo, who got his arm stuck when the balancing act of those cars at the junkyard crushed his arm and literally snapped his arm clean off. Mm-hmm. Dude sat there and cracked jokes and was laughing about it. Was like, hey, give me somebody get a picture of me. Give me a picture with the stump. I want to make sure it's in the photo.
I think really what it is with Hank is a bully.
Yeah, he is.
Let's make it very clear. What you saw was, number one, I think the whole thing with everybody said, oh, the whole thing with Tuco. No. It was the head blowing up. And the reason why is because that was a situation Hank had zero control over. Mm-hmm. And if you notice, the one thing about Hank that I actually do enjoy about him is that he is a controlled man. He knows exactly what he wants and all the rest of that shit. That's what makes him go. But when this episode happens to him, it hits his psyche. In other words, he lost and he don't know how to take it. And I'm not saying that in like, oh man, get up and shake it off. No, something traumatic happened to you. Something that you probably did to many families. Something you probably have done to many of these dudes you have arrested. You have inflicted the same thing and you showed no sympathy for it. And now it has happened to you and you don't know how to fucking deal with it. And like I said, not Hank's fault. And they make it very clear. No. It is not Hank's fault. But That's some good old karma for me. That's what I saw, man.
See, but the way that it starts out was perfect. Number one, you show up at this hacienda and you're looking for Jesse. You were just looking to get information because you managed to track his car out here. What you did not expect was for you to come across one of the most one of the biggest psychopaths in the Southwest, already gut shot, and which by Jesse, by the way, already bleeding, and standing next to the car is the machine gun. And what does he do? He lunges for the machine gun and unloads the extended barrel, if you will, because what do you got, Hank? You got a Glock and you're going up against a guy hopped up, pretty much Scarface. Okay. Yeah. You're running up against Scarface. Dude is on meth, probably can't feel a thing.
Copious amounts of meth.
And he is just unloading a double-sided mag.
I'm like to say you are dealing with a whole brick house of drugs.
Yes. And the only thing you can shoot at right now, you are in one position, and once again, locked in. Okay.
Gotta tell you something. This is a man that I tell you something. I passed the shooting range.
That's a man that woke up and said, I want to kill a brown person today.
That's the man that woke up. That's the man that said, all right, George W., I'm continuing on. Continuing the mission.
But I gotta say, is locked
for home and country.
Geronimo. All right. Geronimo. For God and country, Geronimo.
I just like to say, y'all, that Pete Hegseth sat there and quoted Pulp Fiction and then said it came out of the Holy Bible.
Oh, by the way, he didn't love he didn't apparently Pete didn't like the jab at the correlation that people in Congress were making, Democrat congressmen were making between this war with Iran and George W. Bush's war in Iraq. Didn't like that too much, even though the correlation is strong.
Look. His is bigger, fuller, harder, longer. So yeah, fuck you. That's what I feel that people.
Now,
that's the energy he gave.
Now, gentlemen, how do you celebrate probably one of the greatest gunfight accomplishments that you ever had in your career? You are given, encased in glass, the grill of Tuco.
This is why D hates law enforcement. Shit.
Man.
Like this wired earth shit that white guys do. I am so tired of it.
Now while he gets the grill right, you can tell something happened. Something snapped where I can't do this. I can't have this. He feels having that thing in his house is a curse. And because first of all, when he decided to take some time off and he goes back to making his Schrader brow, if you will. Number one, when you're making any kind of beer, you don't immediately bottle that crap up like that, because this is what causes them to explode.
Hey, you gotta remember, Hank is the opposite to Walt. Walt is doing his illegal, really, really good meth. I'm making my shitty PBA.
Sure.
I mean, IPA, not PBA, IPA.
Oh, dude, when he decided to drive out to the river and yeet, when he yeeted the grill, terrible. Which, by the way, it opened up it was an episode that opens up with Mexicans crossing the border. They just happen to come across this mud-covered glass grill. They look at it, and even I was like, "Yo, how did Hank's prize ended up here?" And when they showed it, he threw it. That's what happened. Again, that was the worst case of PTSD that he could have had. It only exploded once we saw Tortuga's head on a turtle, symbolic, if you will. You see that and the explosion. Not to mention one of the DEA agents that was talking the caches of trash about Hank in Spanish, by the way, gets his leg blown off. There was so much karma that happened in these last 5 episodes.
It's all full circle.
And I feel it's like I said, this was also one of those things where Hank, like I said, you do see. Oh, not only did that happen to Hank, this moment happened to Hank.
What I like to call this moment is what I like to call the real Heisenberg making his appearance.
This I gotta say, Eris, all the D keeps his jokes full circle. All the white boys at home with no fathers, or they had a father that wasn't much of a father, they wanted this moment.
Dude, he sits there.
Tell off my uncle. Tell off my square uncle.
He sat there and poured that drink for Walt Jr. and looked at him like, drinking,
nigga.
I was like, oh shit,
dude! It wasn't the drinking. It was looking at when he looked at Walt Jr. and saw him hesitating. He goes, "What are you looking at him for?" Chris, your mic, your headphone mic.
Oh, be my headphone. Yeah, my bad. Nah, but that whole thing was, yeah.
But no, I mean, dude, when he's like, bring the bottle back, he was really about to go toe to toe with Hank.
It's like, man, Walt got some balls today. All right.
But then when you really think about it, I totally understand why Walt feels the way he feels, because number one, you went out in the desert, you were coughing up blood, you really thought that you were about to die right then and there, right? And you get your test results and you find out you're in remission. Dude, when Walt went to the bathroom and you saw him punching the ever-loving crap out of that freaking paper towel dispenser, at first I was like, dude, why was he punching it? And then it hit me. I'm like, oh yeah, he found out he's gonna live longer, and all the lies and everything that he told that he thought was gonna die with him, he has to keep him up.
Yep.
Dude really thought he was about to go, and come to find out, nah, dude, you're gonna live longer than you want to.
Hey, I don't know, man. I just think it's funny that, like, by the time you get to the end of this season, you literally end it with Skylar leaving Walt.
But not
rightfully
before,
so.
No, but not before delivering one of the best happy birthdays to her own boss, where she got to do the Marilyn Monroe bit.
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
I was like, no, she didn't.
I mean, look, turnabout's fair play. Your husband's lying to you. Your husband's lying to you. I'm not saying it's right that you did that, but at the same time, I'm looking at Walt like, can you blame Skylar for doing it? You kind of left her out in the dark.
And prior to her getting a job, she was pulling the moves that you were pulling, where you just left the house, didn't say nothing for hours. It was like for 2 solid episodes where she just disappears, or she would just say, I'm going out. You come to find out all she would do is hop in a car, drive down to like the local gas station, and just sit in the car and smoke.
I mean, hey,
while pregnant too.
Surprised there wasn't a subplot about that kid being damaged from the smoking.
No, because by the time you get to the end of the show, the only real innocent ones in this entire show are the kids.
Walt Jr. and the kid.
Pretty much all kids. Even Mike's granddaughter. Like, they're all innocent.
I mean, look, I think at the end of the day, it's funny. First season was very short. We're getting the second season where they extended with longer episodes, and I think this was the sweet spot that you needed for this for this season in terms of episode count. Because to me,
that's the AMC special, is always 13. After season 1,
the sweet spot.
Because 13 episodes for this series, it's enough to where certain characters don't outstay their welcome. Like Jane being in this season. I think if she was alive, I think she would have been more of a distracting factor in the next couple of seasons versus her playing her pivotal role in this season. You could say she got fridged, but
I think it's more of, I think with everybody's death in this series is more of, what are you to I'm gonna say Hank to
Walter or
Walter.
Jesse.
No,
Jesse.
to Walter, just
Yeah.
Walter in general.
Yeah.
Are you in his way, or are you in, like, basically, are you in anybody's way? I have noticed that about everybody in this show. Everybody that dies, they were in somebody's way.
And with
Glenn, Jane, the little boy that Jesse fell in love with. His girlfriend's brother,
Brock.
son,
Brock.
Brock.
I mean, because these are all people that, like, because if you think about it, Jane was the character that kind of brought even more of a measure of humanity in Jesse, and even at his low point when they're doing heroin, they're happy, even though Jane is relapsing, and Jesse,
which I gotta be real with you, F you, Vince. This is the first and only time in my life that I said, you know what, the heroin might not be that bad.
Look, I watched Pulp Fiction. I saw Vince Vega doing heroin and driving.
You know what I'm saying? I'm over here demonizing it. It might be the high I need.
Now, I have a government clearance, so I'm not doing that. But
Chris, hold on, Eris. Chris, this is Washington, D.C. That's usually a green light for you to do all that.
Also, Chris,
first off, you see the skin tone? I'm not the proper skin tone for this.
Hey, Chris.
I
understand that, but at the same time, I know government workers. What's stopping you?
Say also,
how do you think Rayful Edmonds was rich, nigga?
Sir. Let's also not forget, Chris. We may be in Washington, D.C., but look at the current administration.
I don't know, man.
Once again,
much like
no.
Much like the Bush administration, this is the perfect time to do drugs.
No. I'm saying, look at the current administration. I'm pretty sure half of them, more than half of them, are on said substance.
99.9% of them are on there. What are you talking about?
Barbiturates is how they wake up.
But point is, but like you said, it is kind of the thing of all these characters. 13 was a sweet spot because, like I said, the Jane and Jesse relationship, it worked to its logical endpoint because it's tragic, and it's also the aspect that we figure out that Walter is like, I need to get these people out of Jesse's sort of way because that's the only way I can control him.
It is weird how much he needs Jesse too.
Yeah, as much as he pretends he doesn't, he needs him because Walt is not the guy that can really kind of be in the drug game the way that he thinks he can.
At the same time, Walt, he acts like he doesn't, but let's just be real. Walt looks at Jesse as the son that he never had because he sees something in him, despite the fact that, yes, he is constantly calling him an idiot. It's because he does care. In a way,
I think that's the problem. I think that's the actual problem out of all this.
I mean, come on, the man went into a halfway house to get him out and put him in rehab.
I get it, but like everything in this series, Walt, why did you need it? What did you need? Why did you need that person for that thing? What sucks about their relationship is that whatever actual caring that Walt does have for Jesse, it don't matter at the end of the day.
No,
he kind of don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of really doesn't give a shit about Jesse. And yes, there are these moments where it's like, oh, it's the teacher and the student. But here's Jesse. I'm a grown ass man, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but even still,
I'm not your
even still.
Hold on, Eris.
I was just saying, even still, he still sees him as a student.
And here's a weird thing, and Jesse on the flip side still sees him as a teacher. These are both men that want to see each other in different lights, so they have to put themselves in these positions in order for both of them to function.
Yep.
He has to see him out like a student, because if not, I actually would start caring for a dope fiend. Ew. And Jesse is like, really, Walter? Really? I should call the cops on you tomorrow, bitch. And no one would would question me for it. It was
but hey, I gotta do what I gotta do, with Mr. White. He respects him enough still to still call him Mr. White.
Exactly. You still calling him Mr. White. That's so sick about their relationship. Both of these dudes need to get away from each other.
In which they had moments throughout all 5 seasons. There were moments where, matter of fact, remember they got into a fight. Chris, your mic again.
Oh, sorry.
You're miking it.
Thank you.
Scratch.
No, so there was a moment where they had a fight inside of the drug van, and Jesse, being at the lowest of his low, was about to punch Jesse legit was about to do this. He's on top of Walt, choking him out and everything, about to punch him. Oh,
he should have did that shit. I don't know why the hell he did. He should have did that shit.
Should have.
He really should have. Or what about this legendary fight from this last photo you got here, D? Mm-hmm. Walt and Scott.
Okay, so here's the thing. We have talked about the whole thing. Number one, missing the whole thing about him maybe being crazy and all that. At this point, he is purely lying to Skylar.
Mm-hmm.
If there was an opportune time to tell Skylar anything, it actually probably would have been this moment. I mean, yeah, granted, in the very beginning, but since we're here. This would have been the perfect time for you to say something. But no, Walter chose to keep it under wraps, which made everything worse, which heightened everything. This was a turning point in the relationship between these two. Now, I won't go as so far as say, well, after this, they broke up. No. Like I said, I think the love didn't start thinning until after this season.
Yeah.
I will go that far. I will go that. That's just me. The second we get into season 3, that's when the straining begins.
I will say that the fabric was starting to unravel some, but it was like completely eroded away by the time we get to the end of season 4.
Oh, because in the season 4,
yeah, because by that point, Skylar is terrified of Walt.
It is memories and children that are keeping them together at that point.
Dude, the fact
remember that time we went to blah 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 blah? That was fun. So I'm about to count your drug money. Yeah, I'm about to make all this. I'm about to make all this now.
The fact that these two had the argument where she's like literally pulling from his book of not trying to say much, trying to be vague and everything. Do you remember? When you are trying to not make your wife angry at you anymore, what's the first thing you start doing? Desperate breakfast.
Listen, desperate breakfast.
She called it that. She said, "Listen, you need to tell me today what is going on here." You think that you could really just try to wave everything off with these desperate breakfast attempts and trying to be overly nice about everything. Dude even went out and
I just want to make you breakfast.
He went and fixed the hot water, like the hot water heater, and went with the super expensive tankless design. I'm just saying, you're trying not to make your wife suspicious by doing the most suspicious things.
Also, by the way, your one of your old friends who said they was going to give you money for cancer is like, I don't know where you got the money from, nigga, but the offer's still up.
When they said, make it even worse, when she found out that not only did they never gave you any money, and how is it that your cancer treatment is like nearly paid up? And that's what she put two and two together. It was like, bro, you're a drug dealer, and then you had the nerve to go to this man's like rented condo, and you throw divorce papers in his face.
Well,
Breaking Bad.
It's I will say, and I get it. A lot of people do say that season two is some people's like absolute favorite season.
it's fair.
I think, like I said, I still won't go as far as to say this was the best season, because I think, like I said, when I said it the first time, I was being a little bit just trying to guess. I mean, like, no, I'm not going to say try to guess, but trying to. Oh my God, what the hell,
Chris? Your mic. Get rid of the turn the headphone mic off.
That thing is scratching like a motherfucker. Oh my God. Chris is doing nothing, but it's like it was like something crawling upward, and I couldn't stop it. Oh my God, I'm sorry. It broke
There's
me.
no mic on the headphones. Dead serious.
Oh my God, what is that ashy sound? Where's your microphone at? Where's your microphone at? There it goes, it foamed.
Jesus Christ.
There's
There's no mic on the headphones.
No, you don't hear what we are hearing, is what I'm trying to tell you. It was like this joke was straight the whole episode, but all of a sudden, the last 20 minutes, that man was like, I'm a fuck up. And I don't know what he's been doing. Chris, you're standing stationary, and we're just hearing. Like, we don't know.
I didn't do anything.
That's what I said. You didn't do nothing. You're not moving, and we're like, the fuck.
That's what I was wondering. Is it interference from your headphones?
Man, it's like, man, you breathing? You know, when you start asking all the questions. Nah, he doing this move, and that's what's creating the friction. It ain't none of that.
Anyway,
Chris is looking directly at the screen. Oh, bro. Okay. That was Breaking Bad. That's all. Oh God.
Matt.
Oh God.
Matt.
Oh my God, it's making it worse. Eric, I'm sorry, Chris. Every time you talk, it's making it sound. We're not even making fun of you. We're not making fun of you. It's your mic. Okay, that's enough of that. Oh my God, that's enough of that. We just gotta move on. Yeah. So, Eris, I can't wait for us to get to part 3, where we get to talk about more of Breaking Bad. Box cutters going upside people's heads and across people's throats. And the first time I actually, in my opinion, said to myself, what did it take to make all of this meth? And we got our answer. How big the tubs are, how deep the rabbit hole goes. And also, by the way, the marriage starts falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to keep it a buck. We're going to keep it easy for the next 2 weeks. They're going to be comedies. And it's going to be real easy for us. It's going to be real fun, real loose, because Eris is going to love this one. We finally get to stick it to these Gen Zers. You see, this was a real comedy when girls put flutes in their pussies and a guy was fucking a pie. Oh. Yeah, we knew how to have fun. Also, there's this one guy whose mom wanted to bang his friends. And it was cool because you were 17 and she was like 49. That's hot, man. Come on, there was nothing. There was no grooming back then. Okay, that wasn't grooming.
My thing about American Pie.
It's the greatest movie ever, right? You've seen it 50,000 times.
It's one of the rare times.
I'm sorry, Chris.
American Pie is one of those rare times where you can legit say, that's that white people shit.
You know what? For me,
yeah, we said that 3 times.
No, but you can really emphasize.
No, Chris. When I said you said that 3 times, I'm like, for 3 movies.
No, Chris. No. 4 movies. No.
I don't count the reunion, but sure.
No, he's right. But no, Chris. See, I can say for a fact, black people viewed the first 2 of these. Okay.
No, I'm saying in terms of relating to it. I ain't,
Oh no, I mean it. I mean it. Because the first 2 movies we could kind of relate to. Something about Mary is that white people shit. I don't know a nigga alive who subscribed to any of that comedy.
Well, D, don't you didn't you zip her up and then your balls got zippered up in it, and then Keith David said how to get the crank on top of the beans.
The sperm joke lasted for so long. Oh my God.
Farley Brothers weren't told no.
So it's funny because she put the jizz in her head, guys. So we was dealing with the height of white people thinking that they were funny. And I will give American Pie this.
We still laughed at it.
It made a mark. It made a mark. Now, here's the funny thing. We talked about Superbad, and in Dee's opinion, that should have been the blueprint for all teenage sex comedies from that point on. I think it would have did well, but they kind of evaporated because teen sex comedies now are wow. So did Clavicular direct this thing? No, this is gay.
But that's the thing about real quick though. Before
teen sex comedies now are like they suck. It's like really. This plot is not even funny.
See, that's the thing, though. When you look at, and this is where I give Seth Rogen and his guys credit. Even though they get ridiculous in their movies, you can relate to it. Because when we talked about Superbad, I'm like, I can relate to the plight of these guys because it's like there is a measure of like humanity within these characters. Even even the one with the 3 kids, 3 kids and stuff, it's stupid. But in a weird way, you can relate to it in a way, just on a certain level. But I think the problem to your point with the new teenage comedies, they go way on the other end of the spectrum. That's like, is this science fiction now? What the fuck is going on here? Like,
it's way too silly. It's either way too silly for its own good,
or Euphoria, where it's too serious for no goddamn reason.
Or too serious, no god reason. Or it's like, who is the out of touch millennial that sat down and wrote this for y'all? I am so sorry. Somebody that was, it's like Eris. It's like, I'm so sorry. Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm so sorry that somebody with blue hair that was born in 1982 sat down and wrote this for you teenagers. None of you talk like this. None of you deal with these issues. I am sorry that Hollywood is still doing that to teenagers. So it's kind of funny.
No. When you get something you're wrong on that end. You're wrong on that end, D. You say that somebody that was born in 1982 wrote it. No, it's the younger millennials that are like that. The ones that was born in 1993.
Are you sure about that? Because Are you sure about that? Only reason I say that is because the niggas that wrote that Saints Row game, the niggas that wrote the Saints Row game are all Gen Xers. Ooh, you had a bunch of there's a bunch of Gen Xers writing for Gen Z. That is fucking hilarious.
You know what? Hey, listen, D. So my response to that is, hey, we got nothing to do with it.
We had nothing to do with that one.
We had nothing to do with it. You can't say that millennial writing had anything to do with that. You're talking about the one that did not. You're talking about the one that got canceled, right?
Yeah. You know the one where everybody.
Yeah, the trash one.
Yeah, the trash one where you could tell they focus tested it, and 2 millennials that worked on it, like, we're really proud of this. No. This speaks for our generation.
No, I'm talking about
Pepsi generation.
I'm talking about in the Hollywood space where the millennials that have gotten involved in Hollywood as of late, those are the younger millennials.
Don't get it twisted.
The ones born between 1993 and 1996.
and don't get it twisted. Also, Eris, we're getting a lot of kids we're getting a lot of ones that were born between 99 and 2004 who are now writing, and I can tell because it's some of the weakest shit ever. And like I said, you know what, boomers, fuck y'all. But at least y'all told us experience, and we were like, okay, millennials, okay, gain experience. Gen Z, that's stupid. Why I gotta gain experience? So anyway,
y'all invested too much time. You invested too much time side questing.
But I feel like this movie, and I blame that on COVID. But anyway, I feel like this movie gets hammered by 3 sections, and I really mean that. Gen X, who are embarrassed that they were the ones doing it. Millennials, who are embarrassed that we were the ones that laughed and made these niggas rich
and enjoyed it.
And Gen Z, the ones who is like, Tristan, honey, shut the fuck up. Because those 3 groups have made the legacy of this movie hell. And I really mean that. And I understand where all 3 come from. If you're Gen Z, you see this shit, the fuck is this? If you're a millennial, come on, it was funny. That's funny.
It was no. It was a different life. This was pre 9/11. Life was different when this
look. Gen X. See, but nobody was getting AIDS at the time.
My man put
Gen X lies so hard about this. That's why I said they're embarrassed about it. That's why nobody comes to the defense of this movie.
Also,
you know what I'm saying?
Also, I don't think Kevin Smith intentionally wanted this, but Jason Biggs kind of got put into a box after this movie.
Oh yeah, he did.
He got into a super box.
Alcoholism. Look, it was a combination. Alcoholism and Hollywood going, dog, you fucked the pie. You're only going to get so much.
Which, by the way, so Jason Biggs had
shout out to Jason Vanderbeek. You put your dick in the pie.
R.I.P. No, for real. R.I.P. R.I.P. to Vanderbeek. We love James Vanderbeek. But he was right, dude. You stick your dick in a pie. What did you want?
It's like also at the same time. Also, same time, Jason Biggs' dick wasn't that big because that pie tin just flat against the fuck.
All right, y'all. So,
brother, what's that?
So, ladies and gentlemen, next week. American Pie. American Pie.
Again! You fucking idiots!